Hi, welcome to my Playhouse. And today I'm here with Cindy Vine, and Cindy has a problem.
Oh man, this battery.
Ryobi battery that has stopped working. What is wrong with it?
So the green light comes on to say that it's fully charged, but when you put it into any tool, it's kaput, dead.
And I have promised to have a look at this. And Cindy has traveled all the way to Denmark just to deliver this battery to me, so that's very nice. And I'm of course gonna do the same. I'm gonna deliver it at her farm in Portugal. Anything less would be not gentleman, right?
Yeah, because Denmark and Portugal are not that far away.
And today I have a battery here from a fellow YouTuber who lives in Portugal. I visited her last year in my summer holiday, and she is also very fond of Ryobi tools. So when she had a Ryobi battery that has stopped working, she asked if it was something that I would be interesting to have a look at. And as these battery fixing videos does rather well, because other people on the internet has this issue also with these rather expensive batteries. I agreed to have a look at it and see if we can get this going again. And then I'm gonna naturally go back to Portugal and deliver it to her, because she delivered it to me. But yeah, let's just make sure that it doesn't work. So we're gonna pick a random Ryobi tool in the background here. Let's see, we have a sander here. The Ryobi tool sander. It has another battery, so let's just... That works. That's my battery. Let's put this one in. Nope, it's pretty dead. Just put that one back in. Put it back on the shelf, and it doesn't work. Oh, that way. Nope. So what happens when we put it in the charger? Let's go check. Out here in the hallway I have my charger. This big one is probably gone. So let's put that away. And let's put in a normal battery. This should be full. And it's full. So nothing wrong with that one. So what happens when we put this battery in that doesn't work? This is it's a 2020 battery, so it's not even that old, from week 22. It's a 2 amp hour. It's checking the battery. It's blinking. So it's just blinking red, and that is that one. It doesn't exactly say that the battery is bad. It says if it's blinking red and green, the green one is over here, then the battery is bad. This one is just, well, it's not charging, because charging would be over here and fully charged would be only green. It's a kind of a weird one, right? So, but I'm not gonna miss up an opportunity to take this battery apart. So, yeah. It uses security torques. I just happen to have a set here that does exactly that. So this is a security torque. So this is a T10. That fits. That was the 4 screws that I can get to. There's a fifth one that is hidden beneath a plastic thing that is surely to break the warranty. There. So we take that out. It's kind of a little cap here. So yeah, you're not able to get to that screw without screwing up. They don't want you to get in here. Or at least they want to be able to see if you have been in here. If this battery was under warranty, you might just go and replace it. Or if the tool is under warranty that the battery came with, you can just take the battery in that way. There, the last screw comes out. And we should be able to take the battery apart. Oh, there we are. Good. So we have these can come out. We have the PCB in the middle here, which is also the balancer. There's a fuse there. That is good. I believe it's a fuse. It has a potential breaking point right there. So yeah, the leads here. These are the balancing leads that goes to the different cell packages. Looks good. Yeah, they haven't vibrated off of there. That would be a reason for it to fail. Can we take this out? We can. So the package come out. My suspicion is that one of these cells has come too much out of balance, or the whole package has been discharged so much that it's no longer able to recharge. So we're gonna check that out. Okay, so we have a multimeter here. Let's see if we can make that a better view. Maybe it helped a little bit. So let's measure the whole battery, see what that says. It says 1.5 volts. That is ever so slightly less than I would have expected. So there's a good chance that this has just become way too undercharged. Yeah, this cell is 0.28. And this one is about the same, 0.6, 0.29, 0.33, 0.34. So I think we just need to recharge this and we'll be most likely good to go. I have no idea how this has become this much discharged, but it should be a simple fix. These batteries are each 4.2 volts. So it's very important that I don't recharge each of these cells with more than the battery capacity can take. I'm gonna say 3 volts each, and that means that and 5 of them is, I'll start with 15 volts, charging it up that way. That way none of the cells should reach a too high voltage, and we're gonna make sure to charge it slowly so that it has time to absorb the power. And when they're this low, a slow charge to get it started is a good thing. Here I have a laboratory power supply that I did a video on that. It's out there. If you find this interesting and want a laboratory power supply like that one, well, it's available. So we're gonna set the voltage to 15 volts. See if we can hit that. Kind of hit 15 volts here. It doesn't have to be super precise, but there's a fine adjustment here, so that's easier. And then we're gonna limit the current, and for doing that I'm gonna short circuit it. Ooh, I got a shock there, and it's drawing 200 milliamps. I'm gonna reduce that to 100 milliamps if I can. Okay, 120 milliamps it became. I'm just gonna connect the test leads directly to the battery here. At the moment the battery balancer and security circuit board here is the thing that is making sure that the battery does not work. It's protecting the battery. We're gonna go around that. The batteries are connected in series. That means that plus is here and it snakes its way down the battery. So The plus is here and the minus is here, and that is also where these big leads are located. So I see that I will be able to connect my test leads to there, and up here we can just connect it to that thing, and I should be able to get a good connection there. So minus here and plus there. Let's see if we can manage that. Let's see, the plus lead is the most difficult one to connect. Okay, that's on there. And the minus lead. Oh. There. And I can see on the power supply that it's taking in power. You see the voltage dropped from 15 volts down to 9 now. And right now the power supply is saying that it's limiting the current. So right now it's pumping in as much voltage as it can, but the current is limiting that. And it's taking in 1.35 watts, 3.6 watts. And yeah, this is going exactly as planned. No problems whatsoever yet. So these 18650 cells are the perfect building blocks for batteries like this. They are very manageable and they are replaceable. If a cell has gone bad in a battery like this, they are perfectly replaceable, and I have been doing a lot of work with them. I have a whole bunch of dischargers here, where I've been testing cells and making them ready to make big battery banks for storing power for the house. So over here I have no less than 3 battery banks that are in the progress, and on the table I have another one which is more or less just a very large battery that is exactly the same as goes in a drill like this. So this one is like 36 watt hours, where this one is about 1000 watt hours. So it just scales up, and for the big one there's a more sophisticated battery. Well, this is not a balancer, it's just to monitor that everything is correctly. So, but this is going well. As the voltage has gone up on the batteries, on the cells in the battery, it becomes slower and slower. So even though it's taking in a little bit more power now, well, it can also handle more power. So I think we'll turn this up to 200 milliamp. Oh, it's very touchy. There, 0.2 amps is 200 milliamps. And that is way less than the charger gives it. We are still slow charging it. So now we're getting close to the 15 volts that I've set the power supply to. And when it reaches 15 volts, it's gonna say, no, you can't get any more voltage, but you can still get all the amps that well, it can get up to 200 milliamps. So it will change here from constant current to constant voltage. It will take a little bit, it's not ready for it yet. Be limiting the voltage and not the amperage. And as we talk, it did exactly that. That was awesome. That was the best timing I've done for a while. So now we'll see the amperage going down, because the batteries are at the full voltage that the power supply will give them, because now the cells are at the limit, 3 volts. That's not the limit. The limit is 4.2 volts. That's the maximum that I should charge these cells with, but we have left a margin. My idea is that we'll let it charge here, let it get up to 15 volts, and then we'll put the battery back together and try and put it in the charger upstairs. So it's slowly but surely working its way down. Right now it's only charging with 60 milliamps. So I'll give it a little bit more, but yeah, we're on the right way. Oh, my biggest problem is that I'm running out of patience. It's taking too long. So I think we'll say that 40 milliamps is enough. And we are at 15 volts. So I'm gonna try and put the battery loosely together, and we'll try and put it in the charger upstairs. And we'll hurry it up a little bit so that I'll put this one in first. Like that. And we'll put these on. I'm not sure that they are really necessary to test this, but let's just make it look good. And that one on there, there, and hurry it upstairs. And we'll put it back in the charger. Come on, yes, and it's charging. So what happened here is that the battery became too discharged, and when it's that low, the circuit board in there does not allow it to charge. So we have to kick it up a little bit. I don't know if 12 volt would have been enough if you have a 12 volt battery, if you could put that across, but 12 volt battery is a lot of power inside of it. You really need a laboratory power supply to do this trick so that you don't damage the cells or the electronics or stuff. So, but now I'm gonna let it charge up to full, and then we'll test it. It's a bit later. I was starting to worry about this. It took longer than usual. A 2 amp hour battery, well, it doesn't usually take that long to charge, but well, it does take longer when you're waiting for it, doesn't it? So we're gonna take the battery out and we're gonna go to the basement and test it out. In the basement, my well pump is running right now, so we're gonna wait until that is... So the noise has stopped. I'm just gonna measure the voltage on the battery here. It's very nicely made that it says that this is minus and this is plus. So we should be able to put plus and minus on there. And it measures 20.2 volts. That is really good. So we need a tool, don't we? So here we have the sander again. So let's put the battery in there. Oh yeah! That works. And we can also try it in the reciprocating, oh, how do you say that? Reciprocate the saw. Also works great. Awesome. Oops. Okay. Yeah, we need to put the screws in. So let's put this back together before I break it. That works. And I'll just put the screws in. The battery is all screwed. Works great. So this was kind of an easy fix for me. I was afraid that this could have been way more complicated. More or less, this battery is as expensive as the power supply that I used to relive it. So if you have one of these batteries, you can relive it and you can actually purchase a power supply to do that, and it will cost about the same amount of money as getting a new battery. Ish. I could probably have done this with a 12 volt adapter for something, like for a router or something that uses 12 volts. I could probably have connected that and charged the cells up using that for a little bit, and then put it in the charge and done the same thing. But I have that power supply and that is adjustable, so it gives me more control. Cheaper power supplies that would do the same job is available. This one goes all the way up to 60 volts, 5 amps, so that makes it a little bit more expensive. But yeah, we've relived this battery, and I can now give it back to Cindy Vine, who is an off-gritter who lives in a little house in the middle of Portugal. And I'm gonna go there next month and hand deliver this back to her. But yeah, you're probably gonna see the video before this because, well, I wanna get that out there. And it's always fun to meet other YouTubers. So thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.